welcome back to the Blackout Tea channel. I hope you guys are having a wonderful and blessed start of your day. We're going to go ahead and get into some news that you can use. So it looks like Elon Musk's father, Earl Musk, is accused of abusing 5 of his children over 3 decades, guys. This is more and more reason for those Epstein files to be released, okay? Let's go ahead and get into it. Elon Musk's father has been accused of sexually abusing at least 5 of his children over the last 3 decades. According to the New York Times, the outlet reviewed multiple police reports, spoke to social workers and family members to uncover the allegations against 79-year-old Earl Musk. The earliest accusations was in 1993 when the Musk Patriots 4-year-old then stepdaughter told relatives he had touched her inappropriately. A decade later, she said she had caught Earl Musk sniffing her dirty underwear. The same former stepdaughter, whose mother named Mr. Musk twice, said she had a child with him in her 20s and struggled with drug addiction. The incident formed part of a wider series of allegations which members said that tore the Musk family apart for years. Some have turned to Elon Musk, the eldest child, for help. In 2010, a letter to the tech billionaire, seen by the New York Times, implored him to intervene. Earl Musk has not been convicted of any crime, but they did send him a notice saying, meaning Elon, we really need your advice, help, and guidance in these matters because we daily see these children suffer, the relative allegedly wrote. The allegations of abuse have been gaining traction in the months leading up to the New York Times investigation. In June, Earl Musk's former sister in law spoke to podcaster Joshua Rubin, who had previously interviewed the South African businessman. The relationship with his stepdaughter, according to Rubin, had long been surrendered by silence, discomfort, and speculation. Emmy Smith, whose sister, Heidi, was Earl Musk's third wife, reached out to him for the then anonymous interview. When it became clear Heidi and Earl got married in 1993, Musk said. Heidi felt something was wrong. At 4 years old, she was behaving like a teenager, kicking, screaming, crying. The child told relatives that Earl had molested her. I couldn't believe how a little girl could cry. Her heart was broken, Miss Smith said. She said, please don't tell my mom. Please don't tell my mom. The 4-year-old spoke to police on October 26, 1993, the same day her mother, according to Smith, confronted Earl Musk. He burst into tears. He admitted that he had done it. He then also said that he had gone through trauma, spilled over. The New York Times said it had been given a case number for the incident confirmed by the South African police. The charges were later withdrawn as part of a divorce settlement. How the hell you gonna dismiss sexual abuse via a divorce settlement? Are you kidding me? Earl Musk has said he was given custody of the child following the divorce, a claim which could be not verified. 2 years later, Miss Smut said the girl attempted to throw herself off the roof, saying she had been abused again. Remarried Musk in 1999, and the pair had another daughter in 2001. In 2002, the stepdaughter, then 14, went into her bedroom in the family's $2 million Malibu home. There she found her stepfather sniffing her dirty underwear. The family said the police, Child Protective Services, and Elon Musk were all alerted. Earl Musk has denied the accusation. After the incident, the family said Elon Musk explored potential legal guardianship of the children and moved his father back to South Africa. Earl Musk was also accused directly of abusing his two daughters and his stepson in an interim protection order filed by the former stepdaughter in 2009. I don't want him to be able or allowed to come close to me, she wrote in the order. The same allegations were noted in a letter sent to Elon Musk in 2007, according to the New York Times. The former stepdaughter, now 37, told the Times she was being financially supported by Elon Musk and did not live with Earl Musk. The pair reconnected and formed a romantic relationship several years ago and have since had at least one child together. My kids are safe and looked after, she said. In 2022, family members alleged their then 5-year-old son said he had been groped by his father, Earl Musk. South African police confirmed there had been an investigation into the child's sexual abuse, but did not name those involved. The case was dropped due to insufficient evidence. This is what money gets you completely out of trouble. This is more and more why those Epstein files need to be released, because these pedophiles groom these children, their own children, including other people's children, into these bullshit and these shenanigans. Elon Musk and his lawyer have not responded to the request for comment. In an email to the Times, Earl Musk called the allegations false and nonsense in the extreme. How can you say that when you fathered two children with your stepdaughter? He said the abuse allegations had been made up by family members, putting the children up to say false things in an effort to get money from his eldest son. Earl Musk married his first wife, May Helderman, in 1970. The first marriage produced his oldest three children, Elon, Kimball, Tosca. Earl Musk and May divorced in 1979, and May later making several allegations of domestic violence. Elon Musk said in an interview he grew up in a very violent home. She told the BBC in 2022 she had declined proposal from Earl Musk, who had then contacted her entire family to say she had accepted. They didn't know I was seeing him, and I wasn't, she said. And then I just got this telegram from my parents saying congratulations. The wedding arrangements are made, the invites are out, and 800 people are coming. The abuse started right away. I came back from my honeymoon bruised and pregnant. Earl Musk has denied allegations. He was briefly married a second time to a woman named Sue before his marriage to Hyde. All along with three stepchildren, the relationship produced two daughters. In this relationship with his former stepdaughter, Earl Musk has claimed both of her children are his. She has said only one of them is Earl Musk's child. It's not easy to speak about this. It's exposing a lot, and you ask yourself, is this the right time to do or not? The relationship between Elon Musk and his father has been the subject of much back and forth animosity for the last decade. Both men have an engineering background. Both have numerous children. Both have married multiple times. After his parents' divorce, when he was just 8 years old, Elon Musk stayed with his father in South Africa. His younger siblings, Kimball and Tosa, went with their mother. With the Tesla boss telling a biographer in 2017 he felt sorry for his father. He seemed very sad and lonely by himself, but I didn't really understand at the time what kind of person he was. The Musk family fortune came about as a result of construction and emerald trading, with the elder Musk telling media they had so much money we couldn't even close our safe. But while Elon Musk was described his father as brilliant, he also described him as evil. He was such a terrible human being. You have no idea, he said in 2017 interview, at times becoming emotional. Almost every crime you can possibly think of he has done. Almost every evil thing you could possibly think of he has done. He said he tried everything to change his father after moving the family to Malibu. And in my experience, there is nothing you can do, he said. After returning to South Africa, Earl Musk emailed his son to ask for money, saying he was totally depending on them. Personal letters, emails, and interviews sent by family members and seen by the New York Times showed them repeatedly asking Elon Musk to intervene in the father's behavior. Several times, Musk's assistants replied for him. On other occasions, the family said he provided financial support. In a rare comment about his father in May of 2023, Elon Musk said he did not have a happy childhood. He and his brother, according to Mr. Musk, had agreed to support their father on the condition, but he engaged in bad behavior. Unfortunately, he nonetheless did, he said. Listen, this is more and more. This shows you how these folks have groomed and is still grooming these children, and especially trying to bring in shenanigans and having them lie about what has actually happened to them. These things totally affect these children.
Allegations that Elon Musk, who's the father of Elon Musk, had abused 5 of his children and stepchildren. The Times is not identifying the children, but we're able to show how they fit into the Musk family. Elon Musk has been married to 3 different women. His first marriage was to Mae Musk, who's the mother of Elon Musk. Over the years, Elon has been very vocal about saying that he's estranged to his father. And then after they divorced, he briefly remarried a woman named Sue. And then after that, he married Haida Marie Musk. She had already had 3 children from a previous relationship, and they had 2 children together. The first allegations against Errol actually surfaced in 1993 in South Africa. His stepdaughter, who was 4 years old, accused Errol Musk of touching her inappropriately. After those allegations were made by the stepdaughter, there was a police investigation opened, but as we understand it from family members and other sources we've talked to, Errol's wife at the time, Haida Marie, decided not to pursue criminal charges. About a decade after those allegations, Elon Musk actually moved the family out to Southern California where he was living, and what we saw was pretty quickly that whole situation started to unravel. The same stepdaughter that Errol was accused of molesting, she essentially said she caught him sniffing her underwear in her room one day. The family called the police. A restraining order was issued against Elon Musk. Sources and family members have told us that they told Elon Musk about this, about what his father had done, that Elon was upset, and that he eventually sent his father back to South Africa. And what we understand is that Elon also tried to keep the rest of the family in Southern California with him, where he wanted to take care of them to keep them away from Errol. That plan did not work out, and eventually Errol's family, Haida Marie, his children and stepchildren, they all also moved back to South Africa. After the family goes back to South Africa, Haida Marie and Errol, they got a divorce. We get to 2009, and that's when another disturbing allegation pops up. So the same stepdaughter filed a protection order here against Elon Musk, basically alleging that he kissed her inappropriately. And the judge did eventually grant a temporary protection order against Elon Musk to stay away from his stepdaughter. What family members told us is that Errol sort of remained in and out of his stepdaughter's life. A few years later, according to his former stepdaughter, they had 1 child together. Family members say Errol was actually always around, and his stepdaughter was even calling him dad still when this all happened. But the allegations don't end there. In 2023, family members reported to the police that Errol had sexually abused his son that he had with his former stepdaughter. The police tell us that there was an investigation into child sex abuse, but that prosecutors declined to move forward with the case because of insufficient evidence. We've also picked up in some of the records we reviewed that there are allegations that Elon Musk also sexually assaulted his 2 daughters with Haida Marie and his stepson, but we were not able to find out anything about the nature of those allegations, and the 2 daughters declined to comment. None of these allegations ever led to an arrest or a conviction of him. These allegations of sexual abuse have not really stopped Errol from how he's gone about his business, how he's championed various business ventures using the Musk name. He says that all these allegations that he abused anyone are nonsense and rubbish. In a months-long investigation, we found allegations.
Yeah, so let me tell y'all, here's what TMZ, and we're gonna take a look at some of the posts that people have placed on Facebook here. So one says, well, that explains his son somewhat. This old news here in South Africa, you should watch an interview he recently did. It's so disturbing. Simone says, isn't this a part of the algorithms? Which is so true. He's had allegations for years. In 1993, his 4-year-old stepdaughter accused him of touching her. He paid off the mother in the divorce settlement. After watching his interviews with VLAD TV, he literally admitted to it. Conservative values, child, that's what I'm talking about. Is these type of people. That's the way he made that's why he made up with Donnie, so he can hide that family allegation. I swear I saw him at the mall today with a blonde lady doing some grocery shopping. These people. That explains the relationship with DJT. The baby with the stepdaughter wasn't a clue. Like, seriously, children with your stepdaughter? Come on now. That tells you right there that some shit was off. I'm shocked. Said no one ever. He meets the requirements to be a part of Trump's staff. The question is, will anything be done about it? And that's what I want to know as well. The crash out continues on today's episode of the Pox. That explains where the Musk family salute came from. Well, that explains Elon. Seems like the norm with them kind of folks. And it really does, y'all. I mean, the same people over and over and over again. He was on the list. Probably why Elon doesn't want to deal with him, I wonder. Didn't he have a kid with one of his stepdaughters? His name probably appears in the Epstein files as well. His son is probably his nephew. That might explain a lot. Like father, like son, Elon said something similar in his book about his father. There it is. That explains it. Shocked? I am not. He told us about some of it. Did he marry his stepdaughter or get her pregnant? Geez, a bit late to the party on this one. This is usually the go to move, first out of the gate, not years later. Somehow it all makes sense. Maybe he did it to Elon too. That's why he's so odd. Because Elon does seem odd to me, y'all. You think IT was the Tylenol? I think they meant you think it was the Tylenol. Surprise. He didn't hang out with the Mercedes Benz clang. Hey, TMZ, did you ever mention old Joe showering with his daughter? I thought not. So that's why he's so obsessed with the orange fella. Not super shocked, but I can't stress this enough. Feet first. Let's just go stream Am I the Drama? Say it ain't so. Money will buy a deal. Have enough of it. Birds of a feather flock together. Don't surprise me. Usual suspect or no. and if and if the apple never falls far from the tree. Did he give it to Elon too? That would explain so much. Why am I not shocked? I married a package of cookies. He married his stepdaughter and had children with her. It's obvious, is it not? This explains the bromance, including Elon. Anybody surprised? Oh my. Of course he did. They'd all do it. I'm telling you, this is how I've been seeing it back to back, back to back, back to back. A bunch of pedophiles over there. A bunch of pedophiles. Now that he is under Trump watch, he is safe. She just said, isn't he currently with his stepdaughter? Why am I not surprised? Well, that explains a lot. I guess there really is a fine line between genius and insanity. Of course he has. If convicted, he'll be pardoned. I'm sure he will. I'm shocked. Not really, though. This is so sad. I feel terrible for the victims. Not surprising. The face looks like it hurt. Not surprising at all. I fear dating again. You never know who you're dating or introducing your children to. That's what he loves. That's why he loves Trump. None of my business. Wish all parties involved the very best. Sometimes you got to sit back and watch the snakes take each other out. And that is so true because that is what's happening. This is going to be a disaster. I can believe it. They would make a lot of sense. Musk has major issues. Again, apples don't fall far from the trees. Earl Musk has had children with his former stepdaughter. If you can report on that, then what proof do you have? Normal and still not normal. Finally makes sense. Guilty. He got the look in his eyes. Didn't we already know this? Makes a lot of sense. What? This is shocking. Kinda makes sense though. I believe it. Distraction. How it now it makes sense. It's their circle of life. I feel bad for those kids. Forever traumatized. I'm not shocked about this. Has anyone paid attention to Elon's behavior? I've always thought for many years he came from an abusive home. I feel the same about Trumpy Dumpy. I've worked in that field for so many years. Certain behaviors shine a light. I left that career because it was too overwhelming. I miss working with the children. Parents, please do not trust your children with anyone. I've seen the worst of what you can think of. All billionaires are very bored today in 2025. Well, that explains some things. Not surprising, not shocked, and it does make total sense. Are we shocked? Tylenol will defend. Oh my god, sad, but this tracks. Makes sense. The odd behaviors and uncomfortable attachment he makes. Yeah, it's totally obvious, guys. It's totally obvious that that side, I'm going to tell y'all, that side has issues. That side, we see more pedophilia shit going on than a little. That side is always caught up in a lot of shenanigans. Have you seen the pictures of the orange man and his daughter when she was young? You know, even Trump has mentioned that he would sleep with his own daughter had she not been his daughter, which I think he's lying about that. He would sleep with her regardless. Oh my God, no wonder why Elon is so damn strange. No wonder he's like this. Well, one for sure, he married her. Wow, I'm speechless. I don't know why you speechless, baby. Birds of a feather does flock together. All right, guys, do me a favor. Thumbs up the video, subscribe to the channel, turn on those post notification bells, and I'll see you boo soon. Mwah! Thanks for watching.